Problem 3-56. In the year 2006, the average cost to rent a car was $39 for the first day and an additional $23 for each additional day. Part A. Graph the relationship between the cost and the duration of a car rental in 2006. Alright, I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to do it on a little bit smaller scale. I'm going to go up to about 4 days here so that we can kind of get an idea of what this graph is going to look like. So, the things that we know so far, or after reading it, is that the cost the first day is going to be $39. And then we're going to add an additional $23 each additional day. So $39 for the first day, and then $23 for each additional day. So it doesn't matter if you're going to use it for 12 hours, you're going to use it for 3 hours, you're going to rent it for the day, you're going to have to pay $23 each time there. So we're going to set up our graph here. Obviously, the number of days that you're going to have the car is going to determine how much you're going to pay. So our independent variable there is going to be the number of days. Sorry, that's a pound symbol or the number symbol there. Number of days. And our output of our function here is going to be our total cost there. So we'll say that our y-axis here is going to represent our cost. Trying to write sideways there. Okay, so this is our total cost. That's terrible. All right, don't judge. So here we go. If we look at this here, I'm going to set this up here. Obviously, my number of days, I'm going to make this my first day. We're going to make an increment for day number 2, day number 3, day number 4 here. On this side here, obviously each of these is starting with 0. Let's just go ahead and go by, let's go by each tick mark here. It's going to be 25, so I'll go $50. Go up here, that'd be 75. This would be about $100. 125, $150 there. That should be plenty there. So, looking at it here, if we think about it, 0, if we rent it for 0 days, we are not going to pay anything. Okay, so we're not going to pay anything unless we definitely are renting it here. So wherever we're going to start, and if we think about it, if I'm going to rent my car for the first day, it's going to cost me $39. So a little over, right around here, around $39 here, I'm going to want to put an open circle here, okay, to represent the fact that I haven't paid anything. I'm not going to pay any money at all for 0 days. But as soon as I rent it here for that first day, I'm going to have to pay, that first full day, I'm going to have to pay $39. So anything above 0 hours, so from that first minute I have it all the way to the end of that first day, I have paid that same amount there, which is $39. Now from then on, each additional day, I'm going to pay $23. So think about it, if I'm going to take it for another day here, well, I'm going to go up here, $39 plus $23 is going to give me $62. So I'm going to think about it here. I'm going to start it with an open circle because if you think about it, I'm still at 1 right now. I'm still at 1 day. 1 day, I'm only paying $39. It's for that first minute that I have that car. Beyond that there, I'm going to pay that extra $23 all the way through the end of that second day. So I'm going to have a closed circle here, and we're going to pay that same rate all the way for that whole day. And this pattern is going to continue on there. We're going to rent it another day. We're going to take a third day on the car here. We're going to have to pay another $23. So we're going to go from our $62 to all the way up to $85 here. So think about it there. We're going to put an open circle because the fact there that we haven't gone over our 2 yet. And once we go over 2, into our third day here, we're going to start paying that $23. So we've paid the same amount all the way across there. And we'll go ahead there, since I drew in the 4th day and I know that you enjoy listening to me so much, we'll go ahead and do the 4th one. So take it there. We were at $85, I believe it was. We're going to add our $23 to it. So we're going to end up at a little over $100 there, about $108. So we're going to have open circle. We're going to go across here. So what we've got here is a step function. We've got a step function here because we're not going to pay any increments in between. We're only paying by adding $23 on each time there. So this would be our cost function, written all kind of sloppy here. My apologies. And this is our number of days here. So this is what our graph's going to look like. Now part B asks, describe how the graph would be transformed if the current average cost of a car rental has increased to $50 for the first day. So if you think about it, over time here, instead of paying $39, we would now end up paying $50 for the first day. So we'll put kind of our part B right here. So if $39 increased to $50, and then we're going to assume that we're still paying $23 for each additional day. Well, $50 there would increase our graph. We would move up $11. So it's safe to say that it's going to translate our graph up $11 each day. So our entire graph will move upward on the y-axis here, or our output, $11. So you can say it will translate our graph up $11 each day. If you still have questions about this problem, please make sure you take the time to get help from your teacher or from math help if it's available to you. It's your responsibility to make sure that you are asking questions if you're having them. If you leave them and you don't ask them, it's going to build up and you're going to have more and more questions. And by the time you get to your test, you're going to be overwhelmed there. It's your responsibility. It's smarter to ask more questions more frequently than have to ask a million questions all at once there. It won't happen. Be smart about it there. Good luck. I hope this helped you out.